Do you see it being for a bigger college job or an NFL job?
And that's what we're asking, NFL, college. I mean, I know he loves where he is right now. I've called it heaven. You literally go up there, it is heaven. This is us talking. I haven't heard anything from Deion about him wanting to leave heaven. He loves where he is right now and how they're treating him there. But I have, when you brought it up, I did when we talked about it in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him on the phone about it. I said, Key brought it up on the show. I mean, about you going to the NFL. Would you do that? He said, man, Michael, man, come on, man. Me coaching those guys making $20, $30, $40 million a year. My calling, he always said, my calling is here with the kids. It's with the kids. So I believe that. I believe it, like I told you, I've watched it all of his life, all of the time we've been together. I've known him since high school. We've been together since he moved, since I brought him to Dallas. The day he came, I was the one that took him out, took him around, made sure I set everybody up. I said, I told Deion on the phone that it's 10 times better here. When I bring him in here, I want everybody to go crazy. You know what I mean? So I set it all up, set up all the parties to steal him over there.
But wait a second, I thought Jerry's checkbook brought him.
That helps,
right?
That helped. But now, I'll tell you this, Skip. Jerry sat me down. Remember, I did deal that year, too. Jerry sat me down, sat Troy down, and he said, can we do this, and does this disturb our team? Oh. We all quickly said, no, we do this right now. But that $35 million did help. That $35 million did help bring him over there. Deion has always talked about this as long as I've known him, what he's doing right now. This is what he always wanted to do. It's hard for me to believe that now that he's at the top of this or moving towards the top of it. He's not at the top of it. He'll tell you he gets to the top of it when he wins the championship, but moving towards the top of it now that he wants to move on now. I believe his call and I believe him. I've seen it all my life with him. He is about these kids. He can speak to kids. Now, you put him in the program he's in, it's great. But you give him one of these big-time programs that has all of that history behind it, that has fallen a little bit in a little gutter here and wants to come out. Boy, I tell you what, it will be something special. I tossed out that they got the wrong Florida State coach in Texas A&M. Anyone, the University, any one of them Texas schools, don't it'll be incredible if Deion got an opportunity. I know what Florida State doing, but I know they got to look in the mirror and be kicking themselves that they didn't make Deion that higher right now. So I believe his next move will be another. If he moves, it will be in another college school, at another school in college.
What's the goal? What's the goal? Is the goal to win a national title?
I think plural. Plural.
Is that the goal? So win national titles is the goal.
Yes.
So if that's the goal.
But I say plural because it's win national title, but also raise young men. Yep. That's his goal.
I understand. Yeah. So he raised young men at Jackson State, so he conquered that goal. He's going to raise young men at Colorado, and he's doing that now. So that goal, you check that box off. You mentioned national titles, whatever the case is. You also mentioned big program, right? It's not the same as when you and I were in school. Everybody in Power 5 right now, for the most part, are on even playing ground because of the NIL. Because of the NIL. Colorado's a great place, like you said. It's 60,000 people. We see what it is. It's an easy place to get to. It's not a hard place to get to. It's very easy. Fly in Denver, you drive. I mean, it's not hard at all. So when I look at it, and he mentioned Alabama, right now, Deion has this program today, 3 weeks in, at the same level as all the other programs in the country. You say, well, what about the money, key to money? That's not hard anymore. It's not hard anymore because it's the even playing ground. He can go get the same guys that A&M and Alabama and FSU. He just flipped Travis Hunter to Jackson State. Despite what people wanted to try to put out there that he bought him, that wasn't the case. The kid wanted to play for this man, so he decided to leave Florida State to go to Jackson State, of all places, because of Deion Sanders. And what I'm getting at is all coaches have goals. Their goals is to win big at the level that they're at. But when you think about the National Football League, it's the top of the top of the top, as you would say, right? It's the top. They conquered something. And we can go to Nick Saban. He conquered LSU. Michigan State, LSU championship. He went and stuck his foot
in a little short water.
In a little short water down to Miami and realized, it ain't for me. It ain't for me. But doesn't mean that at some point in time, Deion's going to conquer something at Colorado and say, you know what? I want to change some things at the next level because they're getting ready to give me a real opportunity and let me do it my way. And I understand what reports say is bigger colleges and things of that nature. Right now, there is nowhere else to go as far as college goes. Why, unless I just don't want to be in the snow anymore, shoveling snow because I'm from Florida. That's the only reason. Because where else am I going to go? What other college, based on where my program is, you say, well, they can pay you $10 million. They can play. At some point, they're going to be able to pay him $10 million a year in Colorado, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So it ain't going to be a money play.
No.
It's going to be a goal. What's my goal? I've already won a national title at Colorado, or I've been in contention. I now want to go to the league because they're opening up the door.
Absolutely.
That's why I feel that the NFL is a calling for it. Matt Rule that's what they do.
Let's get back a little bit, because you talk about Nick Saban and his lack of success at Miami. And why was that?
Well, because he gets frustrated.
Right. And it's not that he can't coach.
Yeah, he just gets frustrated.
We always say that, right? It's not
he just frustrated. He was frustrated.
It's all about motivating or moving those players at that level. Now, Nick Saban coach from a different position.
That's what I'm saying.
Than what Deion coached from.
You're
so
absolutely
what was not successful in with Nick's stay, Deion doesn't take that approach.
Exactly.
So I'm not saying he can't be successful at the NFL level. I think he will be successful or could be successful at the NFL level because of what you just mentioned. He's not coming in heavy hand Nick Saban approach. You see, Nick Saban, you can't come in the NFL with a heavy hand approach unless you have success in the NFL. You know what I mean? The Belichicks can go to other places, or the Jimmy Johnson can bring a heavy hand.
All them dudes.
But you, Nick Saban, coming from college, you can't come in with a heavy hand. You ain't showed us anything. But Deion's not coming in with that. He's coming in with a more let's work together mentality. It's us doing this thing. That works at the NFL level. I'm saying he can definitely succeed at the NFL level. It's just what he has internally, his calling, he's going to tell you will be in college.
Why would Deion Sanders want to go to Alabama? It's already been done. It's too easy. He wanted 1-11 at Colorado. He wanted sleeping giant because they've won a national championship at Colorado. When I was growing up in Oklahoma City, one of our arch rivals at Oklahoma was Colorado. And one year in 1971, I was at Vanderbilt. It was in the Big 8. They went 1, 2, 3 in the AP poll, and it was Nebraska, Oklahoma, Colorado. So they have history there. You went there, and you were blown away by the mountain vista. It's so beautiful there.
Beautiful, man. I'm telling you.
He can do everything at Colorado that he could go do at Alabama. Trust me.
Exactly.
Unless the weather wears on him, because it's going to snow there.
Wait, has he gone? Oh, no, he has gone through a snow season. Well, he's gone through one yet.
Well, I mean, heck, it snows in Dallas occasionally.
Yeah, but in Colorado,
Jackson, Mississippi.
I'm sure he doesn't want to. Yeah, but is he getting the same type of snow in Jackson as he is in in Colorado?
But can I tell
he
people,
can't even open up his car door in Colorado.
To Boulder, you have to go. I know we say it's beautiful, but I'm just saying.
It's
fun. If you've never
been
to Boulder, you have to go see that.
The little downtown area.
Oh, it's beautiful, and it's close enough to L.A. that if you want to go get the L.A. kids, it's pretty easy to
L.A., Texas, Florida is his fertile ground. He'll be, and then if he wanted to cherry pick other places for top players, they'll do it. Because again, it's easier now, where years ago that wasn't the case. When me and Michael was in school, whatever, even years before the NIL, when Deion walks into the house and somebody says, well, a kid from Florida, let's just use Florida for example, and the kid says, I really want my parents to see me play. All Deion's got to say is, first of all, we're on national TV pretty much every single week. On top of that, based on NIL, this can't come from the coaches. The coaches can't be involved in it. But the collective that's running the NIL program will, once the kid commits, he will then sign on to help the kid. He can get a sponsorship from United Airlines, American Airlines. Part of that deal is flying the families in every single week. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's a totally different situation. He doesn't need to go to Alabama to do that, Tennessee to do that, A&M to do that. See,
you know about this stuff. You know about this stuff because you're part of USC.
I know about it. I know about it. I know about our collective in the Tommy group and what we can do and cannot do. And this is the reality of it.
Okay. This man was not here the other day when we spoke about Jerry Jones speaking on Deion as a potential NFL coach. And obviously everybody leaping to the conclusion, was he angling toward at least thinking about Deion as the next Dallas Cowboy coach? And the more I thought about it, the more I liked it. And I don't know if you have slept on it and have a new vibe on it, because I'm on fire with the idea. Right?
And I told you, Skip, when I went to Colorado and I saw that locker room prior to the game, I was like, oh my God, this would be perfect for Jerry. Because all Jerry wanted was to bring everybody in the locker room and bring them that close to the game. And Deion does that anyway. Jimmy?
No.
Parcells not having it either.
No way.
The Nick Sabans won't have that. They won't have that. That's what we're talking about. So now NFL teams are getting to the place where they're trying to monetize everything. Monetize everything. The practice fields used to not be monetized.
Yeah, they monetize
somewhere where nobody can come. But now they're putting those in pretty good places. I've sat and talked with Jerry Jones about this whole process. Now they're putting the practice fields in what they call B-level real estate ventures. So now they're putting offices all around it. So they're getting money from that too. They monetize everything. Deion will help you monetize a lot of things if you want to monetize it. That's why Dallas and Deion will work well.
Deion Sanders is the next Dallas Cowboy head coach when it opens up, if it ever opens up.
Yeah. Well, we can't talk about it right now.
Now, do we have
Mike McCarthy's finna win a Super Bowl.
I
we have to
just
root
said
against ourselves this year? Or
No, that's why I said we can't talk about it, because Mike McCarthy's about to win a Super Bowl.
Right. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.